President Trump will wipe these cartels off the face of the earth. The only thing that surprised me, you don't have purple hair and a nose ring. I guarantee you, he sits down to pee. President Trump is the greatest president of my lifetime. Tom Homan going to run the biggest deportation operation this country's ever seen. Take it to the bank! Why, I always get asked the question, why did they open the border up? Why did they do that? Why did they release people? Let me tell you the secret. They played the long game. Let millions of people cross the border, and let's release them. Let's put them in a hotel room at $500 a night. Give them 3 meals a day. Give them free medical care and give them work authorization. That brought the whole world to the greatest nation on earth. We left thousands of empty ICE beds at $127 a night, empty. Thousands of them. They released them to NGOs at $500 a night. Why did they do that? Because they knew if they're in ICE detention, they get a hearing within 40 days, 90% lose their case, they get sent home. That is not what they wanted. They're playing the long game. Let's release them in the community. Wait 3 or 5 years.
Member.
Pardon me?
Are you an MS-13 member? It says so.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I got a question. No. I got a question for you. Why don't you come up here and hand me that picture? Bring it. USA! All right. You got morons like this all over the country. This guy wouldn't like the surface nation. This guy ain't got the balls to be an ICE officer. He hasn't got the balls to be a Border Patrol agent. This guy lives in his mother's basement. The only thing that surprised me, you don't have purple hair and a nose ring. Get out of here, you loser.
Ding, bye-bye.
And you're such a badass, meet me off stage in 13 minutes and 50 seconds. I guarantee you, he sits down to pee.
Sit down. Sit down.
Guaranteed. So, sanctuary cities, let me talk about sanctuary cities real quick. Sanctuary cities are pushing back against the Trump agenda. Sanctuary cities are sanctuary for criminals. So sanctuary cities from day one, Chicago says Tom Homan is not welcome in Chicago. I was in Chicago within 24 hours.
Like a boss.
I've been to New York City.
Like a boss.
I've been to Denver.
Like a boss.
And for those folks from Seattle and Portland, I'm on my way to Seattle and Portland.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Assholes like this guy think they're going to vilify men and women of ICE, and they're going to intimidate or scare us. I'm not going anywhere. Either it's the men and women of ICE. We're going to do the job that President Trump gave us to do. And let's talk about the hate.
Let's talk about that.
Never before seen in my career such hate against the men and women of ICE in the Border Patrol. That gentleman just standing here, he ain't got the balls to put a badge on and go stand there and take the criminals on.
What's up, you bitch ass?
The men and women of ICE have a dangerous job already. I was one of them. I was the first director of ICE that actually came up to the ranks. The 20,000 men and women that worked for me, I never asked them to do anything I didn't do myself because I was one of them. I wore the green uniform. I was a Border Patrol agent. I know what it's like to stand on a dirt trail at 3 o'clock in the morning. A sensor goes off. What's coming north? They don't know. Is it just an illegal alien looking for a better life? Or is it a heavily armed drug smuggler? They don't know, but they're going to stand there and take it on. These are the bravest men and women this nation has.
Fuck yeah.
I'm actually kind of happy right now. When I pulled into the event tonight, there was no protesters. I love protesters. I love them. That means your message is getting out. My detail will tell you, if protesters don't show up, I'm extremely disappointed. But the hate is incredible. It's just moved from protesting, which I support. You want to protest ICE? Shame on you, but have that. That's your First Amendment rights. You want to disagree with Trump policies? Okay, you have the right. You have the right to disagree. But I said from day one, you cross that line and put a hands on an ICE officer, you're going to jail. This ridiculousness is over. You put a hand on an ICE officer, you go on to prison. You impede an ICE officer or Border Patrol agent, you're going to jail. You put hands on them, you're going to jail. You harbor and conceal an illegal alien, you're going to jail. I don't give a shit who you are. Don't care. Criminal, illegal alien, public safety threats, and national security threats. Lawrence, you're not going to stop us. We made a promise to the American people. The President Trump has made a promise to American people. We're going to make this country safe again. Throwing Molotov cocktails at officers. The other day they tried to ambush officers in Alvarado.
10 people are facing charges for their roles in the shooting of an Alvarado police officer at an ICE detention center.
Federal authorities provided new details about an ambush attack on officers at an immigration detention facility in North Texas. A police officer was shot in the neck outside the detention center in Alvarado Friday.
Almost a dozen people, many with automatic weapons. Trying to kill an ICE officer for what? For enforcing the laws of this country? You got members of Congress comparing ICE to Nazis and racists. You got Tim Walz, another loser, who compares them to the Gestapo.
Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons.
And understand this, these members of Congress are vilifying them. The ICE officers are simply enforcing the law that they wrote, that they enacted.
Saying she's fighting for all Angelenos regardless of immigration status, and doubling down that LA is a city of migrants, leaving out the illegal part. But the people on the side, as Karen Bass, are threatening ICE agents, spray painting death to ICE on dumpsters. Gavin Newsom also weighing in on the riots and blamed them on, get this, President Trump, accusing him of tearing families apart.
You gonna shoot some kid? He's afraid of you and run? You gonna shoot an elected official? If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. I don't know why you're in my city. You did, the governor was not contacted.
If ICE officers are racist for enforcing the law, what's that make members of Congress? They wrote the damn law. I say this all the time, media goes nuts. President Trump is the greatest president of my lifetime.
I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Under his leadership, we got the most secure border in the history of this nation, and we did that in 7 weeks.
Incredible.
President Trump did in 7 weeks what Joe Biden couldn't or wouldn't do in 4 years.
Come on, man.
President Trump, I was at the RNC, I made a statement at the RNC, said I think President Trump's going to designate the criminal cartels of Mexico as terrorist organizations. And you know what? He damn well did it. They are now designated terrorist organizations.
This is actually an executive order designating the cartels and other organizations to be foreign terrorist organizations.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
People have wanted to do this for years. So they are now designated as terrorist organizations, foreign. And Mexico probably doesn't want that. But we have to do what's right.
And President Trump will wipe these cartels off the face of the earth.
Bye-bye.
He brought me on the second time. My wife's still pissed off. I came out of retirement the second time. Absolutely, she's still pissed off a little bit, but she got over it. Because she understood what Biden did to this border. 10.5 million illegal aliens to this border. A record number of terrorist watch lists, over 400. Over 400 people with terrorist watch lists were called the southern border under 4 years of Biden. Under Trump 45, we had 14. Biden had 400. How many we had since January 20th of this year? 0. January 20th of this year? 0. How many releases that we had? 0. under Joe Biden, on an average day, 1,800 gotaways that we knew about. 1,800 people cross the border. We don't know who they are, where they came from, or why they're here. 1,800 a day. You know how many there was yesterday? 11. 11 from 1,800. How many people crossed the southern border yesterday? It was 15,000 under Biden some days. Yesterday, 9 were arrested at the border and immediately returned. 9. Sex trafficking has plummeted because the border is secure. Fentanyl overdose deaths have plummeted in this country because we have a secure border. We have already arrested thousands of national security threats and deported them from this country. And the men and women of ICE have already arrested and deported 150,000 illegal aliens, most of them convicted. And I'll say this: I get a lot of mail. Say, Homan, that's not enough. We want more arrested. We want more deported. Well, let me tell you this: we got the big, beautiful bill. You think we're doing good now? Just wait to see what happens. Just wait to see what happens.